Hey guys, how's it going? I am so excited to be back, and I hope you guys have been learning a lot about whales so far. Learning about whales got me all excited about the beach, and I miss the beach in the summertime. So before we start, I wanted to show you just a couple things that I had at my house from when I went to the beach. So this is some shells that I found. Over the years, I found some big ones, like these ones. I've also found some smaller ones, kind of like these. Okay, kind of neat to look at. I also found one of my favorites, looks like this. And I think maybe a hermit crab may have lived in this before, but we'll talk about those later. And then I also have this one, which is really cool. It's got lots of stripes on it. So after you do your work today, I want you to look around the house and maybe see if you can find anything that you have found at the beach before, or something that reminds you of the beach, something that you can make a connection. Maybe it's just your bathing suit. I'm not sure. But if you can find anything that you can make a connection to the beach, I'd love to see what it is. So we'd love for you to share it with us. All right, going back to our whales, we've learned a lot about whales. Yesterday we learned about two different types of whales, the baleen whale and the toothed whale. And if we remember correctly, baleen whales don't actually have teeth. They have this long kind of hair like this inside of their mouth that strains all that food out. And so the whales, when they take that big giant gulp of water, all the water goes away, but all the food gets to stay. So then they get that big meal. Okay. Whereas a toothed whale, they have big, strong teeth to eat things like seals and penguins, and they have to, unfortunately, bite through that blubber to get the meal down. So they have to have sharp teeth to make sure they can chomp it. Okay. Today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post this on the Class Dojo for mom or dad to print out. I'm going to kind of just read through this right now, and then what your job is going to be to do is to read the sentences and, using evidence from the text, just like we've practiced, pick which whale would go in the box. Now, before you start cutting and gluing, I want you to take your pencil and actually write the name of the whale before, and have mom or dad check it. And when they give you the thumbs up, then go ahead and cut it and glue them down. Okay. So one of the things that I thought's really cool is one of our questions I remember on our KWL chart was, what's the biggest whale? And it says, yep, the biggest or the longest whale right here. And on the very first sentence right here, you'll be so excited to see that it says, the blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived. It's bigger than dinosaurs. The blue whale is the largest creature to live. Okay. It also talks about the fin whale. It talks about the fastest whale, and the fastest whale is what we call the sei whale. There's also the humpback whale, and you will learn about that. You will also know that the largest toothed whale is the sperm whale. And then one of my favorites is actually the beluga whale. And that's actually called a sea canary. Now, a canary is actually a bird, and a bird sings all the time. It's singing, 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 singing. It's called a canary. Now, the beluga whale sings a lot under the water. So they call the beluga whale, his nickname is the sea canary. So he's in the sea, get it? The ocean. So he's the water bird. He sings underwater. And then another one of my favorites is the narwhal. And the narwhal only has 2 teeth. And I actually nicknamed the narwhal the unicorn whale because one of its teeth is like a long, gigantic spear like a unicorn has on its head. Except the narwhal's comes like right out of his nose. Okay? So when you're looking down at the pictures, I bet you can see which one is the narwhal with the giant spear tooth coming off of his nose. Okay. We also talked yesterday a little bit about killer whales, and they're also called orcas. Okay. They do hunt together. So a lot of times you'll see whales, you think they're by themselves, but they're actually in a group. And it doesn't say this on here, but a group of whales is called a pod. Okay. So a group of whales is called a pod. All right. So in just a moment, I'm going to give this to you. And I want you to, like I said, I want you to read it, and I want you to identify the evidence in the text before you cut and glue. Okay, and I want you to write the name of the whale in each box to make sure that you have the right one. Now, after I'm done doing that or posting that, I'm going to put this up, and these are QR codes. Now, you all know how to use these. So if mom or dad can print these, that's great. But if not, you might be able to do it with your phone, just using it up to the computer. And each of these QR codes has excellent information and video clips about each of these whales. So you can see the first one, this one's going to be all about humpback whales. This one's going to be all about narwhals. This one's going to be all about beluga whales. And this is about whale migration. And this is about blue whales, and then about gray whales. So again, when you have this out, I don't want you don't have to listen to every single one, but if you listen to one of them, use your KWL chart to list any facts that you hear. Again, if you run out of space, go to the back. Okay, there are tons of facts when you clicked on these QR codes. You're going to find out how big they are, what they eat, where they live, all kinds of stuff. So be prepared to press pause whenever you hear a fact and write it down. And I can't wait to hear about it when we talk on Friday. Now, last thing, I'm not going to put this up today, but tomorrow, some of the questions I'm going to put up are what we would normally do as quiz trade. So we're going to answer a lot of these questions like we normally would quiz trade wise, but you'll get to do it at home, and then you'll be able to bring me the answers. So all of these questions come from the information that I gave you yesterday and today and the day before that. So make sure that you're definitely paying attention, writing your facts down, and don't forget to find something that reminds you of the beach. I would love to see. All right, guys, have a great day.